Hello and welcome to East Talks Business. New episode. It's December. What December drives us to do? Winter break, Christmas, holiday season, New Year, and most of all, how in our businesses in the Middle East we can close in a good shape. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the winter in the Middle East. What does it mean winter in the Middle East? Doesn't mean heavy clothes, doesn't mean snow, doesn't mean a lot of rain. Sometimes there is rain, but not as heavy as the rest of the world. It means holiday time, Christmas vibes, and New Year's. What you need to do to be ready for that season, from a family perspective and from personal perspective, you need to plan your trips early. If you're staying here, you need to plan your staycation early. Choose the right place, the right pricing, and the right option. If you're visiting from outside, you need to make sure that you understand your options as well, because prices goes high for the hotels and the resorts. At the same time, for the flights, it also goes overbooked, and make sure that you choose the right price for that. Also, make sure that you don't have a lot of connection flights, because this is so crowded time in the airports, and sometimes the connection doesn't make your luggage on time. That's from personal perspective and from family perspective. Now let's move to the business side of the winter. Let's switch gears to the business side of the winter in the Middle East. Guess what? It's December. What does it mean, December? December means very few working days left in the business year, in your fiscal year, in your financial year. Very few days to finish the year and close in shape. What do you need to do to close in shape? Number one, make sure you prioritize your business. Focus on the right list of priorities that you have to do within the coming few days until end of the year. If you count the working days, excluding the weekends, believe me, it's not a lot. Prioritization of the business, focus on the priority list is number one. Let's talk about number two. After having your focus list, make sure that every single line in that focus list, either it's a customer or a partner or a business, that you have a clear attention and direct attention with a clear responsibility distributed across your team, so that you have full coverage across each and every customer every single day. Now, I'm not saying that you have to bother your customers or make sure that you follow up with them every single day on the same topic, but make sure that you have a task list based on that focus list that you have by customer, by day, by hour even, to understand and make sure that you have a full coverage about your business and you are on top of your business. That's very important. Number three, as a C-level in the organization, as heading the business in the organization, you need to make sure that you manage your time very carefully. Make sure you're available for emergency calls, for customer requirements, for detailed discussions that help you and your team close the business on time. Let's talk about number four, internal reviews. As we mentioned, the number of days left in the year in December are very limited. So I recommend you to do an internal review with your team players who are managing this focus list that we agreed on. The internal review doesn't have to be a long time. It's a short span of time where every team player, based on his or her task, have a 5 minutes pitch to mention what have happened matching the focus list. Follow-ups, emails, calls, meetings, how are we doing there? So basically to know your status. Number five, and the last point as a recommendation, as a C-level and leading an organization at that time of the year with the closing, make sure you have a bracket of possibilities. What I mean here is not to change the rules or the policies or the procedures. No, stick to that, but make sure you have some flexibility, either extra points, extra services. Be ready to be able to close your business on time. All the customers are with you in the same stage. They want to close the year in shape. They want to make sure their budgets are correctly handled and their budgets are managed properly. So make sure that you have this bracket of flexibility to close business in shape. With that, we conclude our episode today from East Talks Business, speaking about winter in the Middle East. What a great season. December is a great time in the Middle East. We learned about how to spend a good time with the family, at the same time manage your business properly and be on top of your business to close in a perfect shape. I wish you an amazing holidays, amazing new year, and closing your business top notch. Thank you for listening to me today. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's talk soon in East Talks Business. Happy New Year, everyone.